Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back, and this is Ali Raza. Today I am going to teach you one of the most important concepts we have in today's world, that is the DLL. You might have noticed when installing softwares that there are certain DLLs that are loading during the installation of the software. So what are that DLLs, and what are its functionalities, and how can we create our own DLLs? We'll see in this particular tutorial. Okay, so DLL stands for dynamic link library, and it is nothing but a class. The simple definition of a DLL is it is nothing but a class. Okay, now after this we have to specify that how can we work with DLL and why DLLs are so important. So when you are creating a modular application, guys, when you are creating a modular application, you have to be with multiple people, right? And multiple peoples are working on one single software, so it is not possible to stay on one PC. So everybody is doing his or her work on its own PC, right? So you have to specify some way so that you can integrate all those modules that everyone is creating to a single module. Okay, so this is what DLL is helpful for. So let's start and have a look. How can we create a DLL, and then how can we import it to our actual project? Let's see. Alright, so that's my Visual Studio. Let's create a new project for our DLL. So this time instead of creating a project for Windows application or any other project, we are going to create this thing, class library. In the code we say the DLL as a class library. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, so what is the name of my class library? Let's say I am specifying grader. I am giving it a name grader, and it will store in this location, and then click OK. Because it is a DLL, it is a class library, it does not have a user interface. Okay, it does not have a user interface. All you can do with it, you can build this and check it, is it building successfully or not. That's it. So look, what I have said to you people, that a class library or a DLL is nothing but a class. That's it. And in this class you can specify your desired work. So instead of class 1, let us go to Solution Explorer and see what is the name. So instead of this class 1, rename it with the name grader. Okay, so it is saying that you are renaming it, so all the references will be updated. So okay, yes, update. So look, now my class name is grader and my namespace is also grader. So let me change its name to a little bit different, because both names are similar. Instead of this, make it capital and then click yes. Now it's fine. The namespace means the folder name is grader and the class name is capital G grader. Now what I wanted to do in this, I wanted to perform some functionality. Let's say I wanted to calculate percentage and I wanted to calculate the grade. So for that I am creating a method, public static, and then float, and then I am giving it a name percentage. And how can I calculate the percentage? I will ask on runtime what the obtained marks and the total marks. So obtained marks are, and then float total marks. So these two things I should pass when I call this method, and then after that I will calculate this percentage, that is obtained marks divided by total marks multiply by 100. So that's a very simple method that I have just created. Now based on this percentage you can calculate the grade. So public static, I am creating a static method because I don't want to create the object of this class. If you wish to create the object of this class, you can use a non-static, because you can remove this static keyword. I hope you have a better understanding what is the static and what is non-static. But if you do not understand this, what is static and what is non-static, I have a lecture in C# playlist, you can check that also. So let's continue. Now let's calculate the grade here. So grade is, the name of my function is grade, and then you have to specify here percentage, and percentage should be passed here on runtime. So whatever will be the percentage, I will write here condition if percentage let's apply the grading criteria. Here in Pakistan we have, so if percentage greater than equal to 80 and if percentage is less than equals to 100, then what should happen? Return, directly apply return, and because the method is returning string, so return A plus. Else if, copy this code and paste it here with else if. Okay, now if percentage is greater than equal to 70 and percentage is less than 80, so you are in the criteria of A grade, right? Less than 80, and then copy and paste, and then specify here 60 and 70. So if the percentage is greater than equal to 60 and less than 70, that means it is B grade, then paste. After that you have to specify 50 and then less than 60 if you have, then the grade is C, and likewise if the percentage is greater than equal to 40 and less than 50, then it should D grade, and now it's enough. So the last condition should be return, otherwise return F. That's it. So that's what my method is, grade and percentage. Now you cannot start this project. I said in the beginning of the lecture, you can build this project. When you build this project, your DLL will be created automatically. Okay, and then you can use that DLL file inside your any other projects. Okay, so this is the global work that you can perform. Look, if I zoom here, build succeeded. Now let's go and create and see what we have, how our DLL looks like. So let's go to documents, then visual 13 projects, and we have grader. Inside grader we have the bin, and inside bin we have debug. And if I make it large, look, your DLL is ready. Okay, if you open it with notepad++, let's see what will happen. Look, so if someone opens it, it will looks like this. So it gives a security layer also, and it is quite easy to maintain. So right click and you can open it with some other thing. Let's say, look, notepad. So it is displaying the information like this. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to use this DLL inside your another project. So I'm opening Visual Studio once more, and I'm creating another project. Let's say I'm creating a Windows Form application, and I'm giving it a name, school grade software. Okay, in this software, let's say you are working on this software, you are another person, and that DLL is created by someone else. Now how can you incorporate that DLL here? So for that purpose, copy this DLL. Okay, or one more thing you can specify, you can add that software of DLL inside this project also. Okay, so that both projects are should appear at the same place. So right click, add existing project. In this solution I am adding another project. It is not necessary, nor it is mandatory, but if you wish to specify both the projects at same location, then you can specify that for your ease. That's it, nothing is to worry about for that. So documents, and then Visual 13 projects, that's my grader. So look, now my grader and my both are there. Okay, both are in the same folder. Now what you have to do, look, this one is bolder than this, so this is my active project. So this is the way how you can identify which one is your active project. If you make this is your active project, so you can use this, set as a start project as your active project. Okay, so this will run by default. Okay, leave it, right click on this school software and click references, right click on it, add reference. Okay, now go to browse and go to your projects, go to your grid soft, inside bin, no, inside that soft, inside that we have grader. One more thing I have to check here, that is projects. Let me go to down documents, Visual 2013 projects. If I come inside this, okay, I have only this one. Okay, let me add the DLL from here, bin debug, and that's my DLL. Okay, so you can specify your DLL directly from the project. You can specify your DLL directly from the project, and you can specify from this path also. So pick up your DLL and click add. Look, your DLL is added, then click OK. Look, your grader DLL is here. Now you can incorporate the DLL on this software. How? Let's take a label, and then you have to specify a text box, and then you have to specify, after percentage we have grade, after entering the obtained marks and the total marks also. So copy and paste, and then that's the button, make it, now it should be obtained marks. After obtained marks you have to specify the total marks, and then when you press this button, so that's calculate, and then when you click that button, the result should display here or in a label, whatever your choice is. So label I am picking up, the font size is 15, and another label that I am taking here is for grade, that's for percentage. So for percentage the text should be 0.0 by default, and for grade the default text should be dash dash. Now it's fine. Okay, so that's my percentage label. So rename it PER label and rename it to GRAD grade label, and then we have this text box 1, rename it to O text obtain marks, and it should be T text, and then it should be calculate button. Naming conventions are very important. So calc button, now everything is perfect. Double click here and come inside your calc button. So when you click that, what should happen? You have to import first using what? Look, the folder is appearing here, grader, that's the folder, dot, or you can do not apply dot because you don't have nested libraries or directories. So using grader, and now you can specify that grader class here. Look, the capital G, that's why I have created that capital G, so that you can differentiate it, which is the class and which is the folder. So this, look, this is my grader, and I can create an object of this grader, but because I have created the static method, so I don't need to create an object here. So what should I do? So grader dot, look, your percentage function is appearing here and your grade function is appearing here. So look guys, this is the whole diversity area. You can work together in teams like this. You give a task to someone and you say him or her that create a DLL for this task, create a DLL for that task, create a DLL for that task, and then that employee or that team member do that work, and then he will or she will give you or return to you that particular DLL, and then you can add that DLL inside your main project, right? So that's what the benefits of DLL are. So let's check these things. So first of all, we have to calculate the percentage. It is asking me float, so convert dot to single, and inside this single I am giving my obtain marks, O text dot text, and the next thing it is asking me the total marks, so it should also be in floats, so it should be T text. That's it. But this percentage is returning the percentage. So can I write here float p equals to, so my percentage will be returned and stored inside p, and then what I can do, I can specify, okay, close these things so that the picture is clear to everyone. Now p dot, sorry, what's my label name, percentage label, yes, dot text is equals to p dot toString, okay, and plus concatenation because that's a string, write the percentage symbol, simple, that's it. And then you have to calculate the grade, so string g equal to grader dot grade, and what it is asking me, it is asking me to provide the percentage, and I have taken the percentage in p, that's my variable, so I have passed my percentage, and then what I should do, the grade label, so grade label dot text is equals to g dot, no, yes, not g, like this, because it is already a string, so you cannot write toString here. So that's all. Let's run this program and see what will happen. Okay, so obtain marks 456 and total marks 500 and calculate. So it's working. So it is now not restricted to one single user. You can work in teams, and you can send your data from here and there, and you can reuse your common code. Let's say you can use this DLL in some other projects also. You can create a work like this. I hope it is clear. One more thing I must tell you with respect to DLL, because this is a very easy task. Now one more thing that you have to specify is go to the properties of your this project. Okay, go to the properties of this project, and you can specify here some settings, that is the signing of this. Okay, so sign this assembly. Why I am doing this? Because when you create the executable file of this grader application, sorry, that one, the file that we have, the software, the actual software, this one, the actual software, this one, when you are going to create the executable file of this, an error will be occurred that you must sign the external assemblies that you have. Okay, because when you are creating the executable file, I have the lectures on how to deploy the software, you can have a look at that. So when you are adding multiple executables or multiple DLLs in one single project, then you have to be, your external DLL should be signed by coming into its properties, and then you have to create a password protected file for that, a certificate file basically. Let's say I am giving a name grd, let's say, and you can password protect it, let's say 12345 and 12345, and the signature algorithm, that means the encryption algorithm is this. You can specify the other algorithm also. So these are the secure practices that we can do with your suitable files. So you're saying password is not enough. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, at least 6 characters, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then click OK. Okay, so look, a pfx file is created already, and now save it and rebuild. Okay, look what it is saying. It is saying that this DLL is not found because I haven't used this grader. Let me come actually here and reload it specific, because I have changed that. Now come inside and go to its properties from here separately, simple as that, and now go to sign in and then specify, you have specified, now build again. Okay, look, build succeeded. Now it's secured and it can be added everywhere where you wish to add. Okay, and if you wish to change the specific certificate, you can delete it and you can recreate it, simple as that. But be careful in doing these things, because these things will create issues when you delete it uncertainly, right? So that's all for today. Hope you have understood everything. Please do not confuse with this thing. ये जो आपने यहाँ किया हुआ है, you should not confuse with this thing. Remove, simple remove this project. That's my one project. Now the picture is clear. That's my one project, and this grader is my another project. Simple. Both are on different locations. You have picked up the library directly from that its original location, and that's it. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, so if you do not understand anything, please do write me. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.